Hey guys, it's about that time. Let's do a read to help somebody out there. Could be you. We're going to find out. The first card to come out is the Hermit, but it came out in reverse. Eight of Wands. Again, it came out in reverse here. Somebody is slow on their feet here, and they're not like following their highest self. Maybe they're fully in their ego here. They're not listening to their intuition, their inner voice here. The Strength card came out in reverse. The Moon in reverse. Somebody's definitely in their ego here. Somebody's not facing an emotion here. They may be going through a cycle. Maybe something is not changing in their life because they're not facing a truth here. They're not facing an emotion here. The Emperor came out in reverse. There's a lack of emotion here. There's a lack of feeling, it's very like business energy. The Chariot came out. There's a message here to move forward, but in a better step here, to kind of maybe look at what it is that you're not facing right now. Take a pause from your busy life. Take a pause from your everyday routines here and kind of look within here. Maybe it's time to take a moment to reflect on what it is that you want to change in your life. I'm getting the vibe of like repetition, of circle, the same old thing, the same old pattern, the same old structure, the same schedule, in your day here. Something needs to change here. This one. Ten of Cups came out. You may be looking for happiness. You may be looking for fulfillment in your life right now. You may be looking for something that's going to uplift you, that's going to bring you joy. Maybe you miss someone. Maybe you're a little lonely here. Maybe you feel like something's missing in your life here. If you think of yourself as, different levels, but going within yourself, I feel like there's a pause in there where you're not allowing yourself to go past that. You're not allowing yourself to dig deep here into whatever it is that's preventing you from this, from feeling like this, from feeling fulfilled. There's something here that you're not looking at, or maybe you have something blocked here that you haven't really looked at yet, or you haven't really explored yet about yourself. And maybe that's the reason why this circle is happening here. Maybe that's the reason why nothing you feel is changing in your life here. Nothing is like expanding here. The Five of Cups came out. There's some type of pain that you're carrying here. You may not be aware of it. It may be something that happened a long time ago for you. Maybe it's something, you put in the back burner, you forgot about it, or you're not really like looking at it, but it's there, and it's kind of like, preventing you from going so far here. It's kind of like a rubber band. A rubber band stretches, but only to a certain amount, and then it bounces right back. I feel like whatever this is here that you haven't really looked at about yourself, it's that rubber band. It's holding you back, and it keeps you from going. It makes you go backwards instead of allowing you to feel free here. What else we need to know here? Five of Wands in reverse. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Five of Wands. There's a lot of unstable energy in this read. Maybe you have a lot going on in your life right now where you're not able to focus on you. Maybe you're too involved with other people here where you're not focusing on your own needs here or your own emotion here. Maybe you've been deceived in the past by people you love. Maybe you feel like you can't trust anybody. Maybe you feel guarded here, like you have to guard yourself here. And it's kind of weighing you down. Maybe that's the rubber band we're talking about here. And it's like deep down inside, what you really want is to feel free, is to feel joy. The star came out. You may be somebody who helps other people. Maybe when you join a group, or maybe when you're around your family, your coworkers, your friends, you bring joy to other people. You bring light to other people, but there's something that's missing within you. There's a light that's missing within you that maybe you're not giving to yourself here. You may be somebody who's constantly doing for other people, going out of your way for other people, making sure other people are good. And maybe that's not done for you in return. Or maybe you don't do it for yourself. There's a sense of protection in this reading. Maybe you're very protected here. Maybe by someone or something you can't see. Maybe you feel it. Maybe you've known this for a long time and don't say anything. Or maybe you're unaware of it at all. But there is a sense of protection in this reading. You could be a protective person, over the people you love, maybe your children, your family, your friends. But I'm getting more of a vibe that you're protected here, that you're being protected here. Something or someone is protecting you. There's also a vibe here, maybe of you overprotecting yourself here. Eight of Wands in reverse. Maybe this is something you've been going through for a long time here. Maybe you've always gone out of your way to help people. Maybe you've always given your time, your efforts to people you love. Maybe you're a very giving person, but there's something here that you're not looking at that's holding you back. And maybe that's something that's kind of been brewing in you for a long time here. 10 of Wands came out in the upright. She's kind of carrying these wands, right? But she's blocking herself from seeing which direction she's going into here. She's putting in a lot of work. She's willing to put the effort in, but she can't see what direction she's going into here. And I feel like because you're not looking at whatever it is you need to look at here, that's what it's doing for you. It's kind of blinding you from seeing clearly which direction you need to go here, or so that you feel that you can go forward here like this, like the Chariot here, because there is there is a energy here that wants you to move forward, without you blocking your vision here, without you feeling this weight. Three of Pentacles. You may be a very passionate person. You may be somebody who, works hard, and maybe you enjoy working. Maybe you enjoy doing for other people, or it gives you a sense of fulfillment when you're able to do for other people, which is wonderful. But there's something that you're not doing for yourself here. You see this star card here? You see how she's pouring the water from the pitcher in this lake, but she's also pouring some water in the grass here, and that tells us balance. That tells us balance here. Wow, this is shining on her here. She's graceful, she's happy, she feels fulfilled here. But it's because she's carrying out an act of balance. And I feel like this message is telling you to do the same thing, with the same effort, with the same sense of joy and fulfillment that you carry to do for other people. You have to have that same equal balance in doing for yourself. The Justice card came out. Maybe you're somebody who is kind of like old school. Maybe you're somebody who's very traditional, in how you handle things, emotionally, spiritually. Maybe you're somebody who's kind of set in your ways here. But there's a call here for you to look within. There's a call here for you to kind of look at yourself in the mirror here and ask yourself, what is it that is causing you to feel sideways here? What is it that is preventing you from feeling free here? I think this message is asking you to take the time to ask yourself these questions so that you can find out the answers and you can start working in that direction here so that it can change your perspective. It can change your direction in life. Maybe it can open up some new doors for you here. Maybe it'll bring you a different light on how you see things, on how you see people. It'll broaden your horizon here. It'll broaden your road in front of you here so that you don't feel so restricted, so that you don't feel so, I don't want to say lack, but you don't feel like closed in about certain things. It's okay to open yourself up. It's okay to feel certain emotions here. If you choose to do this around people you love and they judge you, not everybody has the same level of understanding when it comes to personal things. If you choose to do this on your own and open yourself up, don't beat yourself up here. Don't judge yourself. It's okay to feel how you're feeling. There's no wrong feeling. People are allowed to feel how they feel, but how they, the actions they carry out, the things they say, the things they do, those are things we have to take responsibility for. But, what we feel is never a wrong thing here. Feelings are there for a reason. They don't just come out of thin air here. Whatever it is that you're feeling, if it's something negative, it's there for a reason, and it's time for you to, face that so that you can fully digest it and let it go. And it'll help you obtain a sense of freedom here. The Knight of Wands is telling you that, you're somebody who's capable of going ahead full force when it comes to doing things that are important. When it comes to doing things that it's effective, and it's effective, and you're somebody who's capable of this. You're not somebody who sits back and watches things happen. You're action based. You're somebody, there's a lot of wands here. You're somebody who's willing. You have determination. You're willing to do what it takes here. But if you have that energy for the people you love, you have to have that same energy for yourself, including your traumas, including your issues, including, whatever blockages you have here, whatever negative emotions you carry. That same passion and fire you have to help others, it's there for you too. It's time for you to get out of this energy. It's time for you to break out of this burden feeling that you're carrying here when it comes to yourself. Ask yourself, where does this come from? Why am I feeling this way? And work with yourself. These things will come out. You're going to have an understanding before you know it of your emotions, of your traumas, of your issues. And once you start diving in that direction, once you walk in that road, before you know it, you're going to look behind you and see those feelings behind you instead of them burdening you while you're moving ahead. The King of Pentacles came out. You have the Emperor in reverse in this read. You have the King of Pentacles. You have the Chariot. There's a lot of masculine energy in this read. It doesn't, it could be for a male, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. You could just be somebody who's very active, who's very willing. You're willing to take the steps needed in order to get the job done, whatever it is. You may be somebody who, is a little well off here. Maybe you have a comfortable life here. Maybe you're very organized and structured in how you run your time, your schedule, your home here. You may be a very well-rounded individual, somebody who's well put together. You don't play when it comes to your money. You're very dedicated to your job. You're very dedicated to getting the job done. But again, this reading is not about worldly things. This is not about the outside of your world. This is about the inside. This is about your spirit. This is about the inner child. This is about the inner you here, where something is off here and it's asking for you to look at it so you can straighten your path going forward and you can fly, baby. From there, you can fly. So yeah, I hope this reading helps somebody. If it did, please let me know. Hit me a heart. Show me some love. And if not, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you. I hope everybody has a blessed night. Take care and bye-bye.